The chair now recognizes the gentlelady from North Carolina, Dr. Foxx.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. And I will follow up on Mr. Grossman's comments. Mr. Badarocco, what are the dangers of problems associated with consuming CBD products that may contain widely varying levels of intoxicants?
I mean, with children having to go to the emergency room, which is reports that I referenced to that we're starting to get now. I mean, it can add to agitation, increased heart rate, nauseous, unconsciousness, things of that nature. There was a report just yesterday from Covington, Kentucky, of a 10-year-old, I think that was the age of the individual, who bought a gummy bear, which turned out to be a THC Delta-8 gummy bear treated, and it had 10 dosages in it, and the child consumed it, and of course went to the ER and was experiencing many of those symptoms that I had just described. And I'm finding this across the state.
I was going to follow up about children, so thank you for covering that in your answer. Why doesn't the Drug Enforcement Agency go after intoxicating CBD products that are synthesized from legally grown hemp?
Well, I think it's, you're seeing kind of a mixed bag from the court system. I know the Ninth Circuit said that Delta-H is a derivative of hemp, so therefore it's illegal. A Kentucky court has also expressed that opinion as well, legalizing Delta-8 in the state of Kentucky. So it's other than that, there's really no direction or regulatory framework to use, because under 2018, the Farm Bill under 2018, where it's a derivative of hemp, it's being treated as legal.
So can the average person tell with any confidence if a CBD product contains intoxicants?
Not really, no, not right now, not without having a specific labeling of what exactly is in the substances. Part of the how should I say, part of the chemical process. CBD is in large quantities from the hemp plant, and it's extracted chemically to make Delta-8 CHP. And they use many manufacturers will use solvents to make that conversion, and acids to convert it as well.
Thank you. Mr. Miller, we know the FDA has not been regulating hemp-derived products, but has the FDA engaged in any meaningful enforcement?
No, the only enforcement actions they've taken so far are sending warning letters. Most of those warning letters have been to companies that have been making outrageous medical claims, like this CBD is going to cure cancer or it's going to cure COVID. But to date, they haven't been seizing anything off the shelves or taking under any other more direct enforcement action.
Mr. Miller, do you believe that Delta-8, THC, and other compounds derived from CBD that can be intoxicants are legal to produce and sell under federal law?
It's still an open question, but as Rich mentioned earlier, the Ninth Circuit has weighed in and says that they are legal. A number of state courts have said the same thing. However, in certain states, we've seen them be declared illegal. New York is one of those, for example. So it's really a mixed bag and really a reason why FDA, we need to have a federal approach. And as we argue, let's not ban them, let's not criminalize them, but let's strictly regulate them and keep these intoxicating compounds out of the hands of children.
So mention was made already of the 2018 Farm Bill. With the passage of that bill, did Congress intend to allow for the sale of intoxicants?
When we were lobbying up on the Hill for the 2018 Farm Bill, in 2014 for that matter, we said hemp is not marijuana, hemp is non-intoxicating, and so I don't believe that was the intent of Congress, but the language got written as it was, and this loophole was found, and frankly, as I mentioned earlier, it's really been a lifesaver for many farmers who've struggled because of CBD lack of regulation. We just need to get a hold of it. We need to regulate it. We need to get it out of the hands of kids.
So do you believe intoxicants should be sold under the Farm Bill?
I would like to see new legislation that would put intoxicating cannabinoids under a stricter regulatory regime, whether that be at FDA or potentially the TTB is another possibility. But we look to Congress to try to make sure that they are regulated in a way that will help keep them away from kids.
Thank you, and thank you, Madam Chair.